What is going on, you guys? What is going on? What is going on, y'all? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new review of The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 10, Episode 7. What is going on, you guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Monday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing, you guys. What's going on? Because I ain't even got my day started yet. Like, I ain't left and got nothing to eat yet. I ain't went to the store yet. I haven't even straightened up my room yet. I woke up and I just started watching Potomac and stuff like that, watch T's review and things like that. So I was just like, after I do my review and stuff, I done took me a shower and all that good jazz. So after I do my review, I'm gonna get dressed, put on some clothes. Well, get dressed and put on some clothes, the same damn thing. Put on some clothes, gives me something to eat, wind down, put some in my stomach, then straighten up this goddamn room because I've been way too busy to do so. And get ready for the panel tonight, because that's what this is about. The panel is tonight, all right? And speaking of y'all, the panel turned 5 years old yesterday, and because I'm hosting the panel tonight, I'm gonna dig more into that 5 year run of the Whether You Like It or Not panel. Never would have thought in a million years that this panel would still be going on 5 years later, but I'm gonna show my gratitude and appreciation tonight for everybody that ever joined this panel. I'm going to give everybody their just due and everything like that, okay? So be sure to tune in tonight at 8:30 for the Whether You Like It or Not panel, okay? What else we got going on? Y'all know we get started at the 5 minute mark. Oh, let me also ask y'all something. Now I know in the past my opening music was like hella long, like it was damn near 2 minutes long. Is it still long now? Because over a year now, we have had this intro cut down to like 40 some seconds. And I'm still seeing people say, "Oh my God, Scotty, I love you so much. But oh my God, your intro is too long." So 40 seconds is too long. But I also gotta understand that people are gonna find anything to complain about. Anything to complain about. Anything. Child. Let me see. Nope, the length is actually perfect. Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. I thought I was going crazy because when I've been seeing people talking about my intro is way too long, I'm like, how the fuck is it long? It's only 40 some seconds. That's not long at all. No, the intro is long, is good enough for me. Thank you. I'm not changing it no more. I already cut it down, so I'm not changing no more. I thought that 40 some seconds was good enough, So yeah. But we're gonna get through this review in just a second. Hey Tammy. I was gonna actually listen to your review when I go to the store. That's normally how I put it down. Because normally I do my lives on Sunday, and then on the next day I'll listen to everybody else's reviews and stuff like that the next day. That's normally how I get down. But I ain't do no live yesterday. So, well, I did do 2 lives yesterday, but it wasn't Potomac. It was just the Braxtons and LAMH yesterday. So I had to do them yesterday, then come back and do Potomac today, Let me see what else is going on. But y'all know we're gonna get this thing started at the 5 minute mark. So let me get some things together on my end. Hold on, y'all. All right. Let me see. So, okay. All right, here we go. 5 minutes. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this review for the Real Housewives of Potomac, y'all. Let's get to my notes real quick, and we're gonna go ahead and get into it. We got 31 people up in here so far, but Kempire is on right now, so I know that's where just about everybody is at. But we're gonna keep on pushing on with the review, y'all. So we're gonna open this thing up with Monique and Ashley, honey. Monique and Ashley. This is Monique's, first appearance back on the Real Housewives of Potomac since season 5, y'all. Monique and Ashley pretty much talked about their friendship. But before we get into this scene, why is her background all white? Why is it all white? I feel like she was going to heaven somewhere. Like, why the fuck is her background all white? Like, why she ain't got no regular confessional like everybody else got? Like, why is her shit all white? Like, that's the thing that I don't get, nor do I understand. Because I'm just like, okay, she a friend of, but when do friend ofs get different kind of backgrounds than everybody else? Like, just because you're a friend of, that don't mean that you don't have no background, the same background as everybody else. Like, what? But okay. But anyway, they started discussing their friendship and how they've remained friends after all this time. They have gone through their ups and downs. There were times where they had qualms in their friendship where, they didn't talk for a while. They had issues and stuff, but they pretty much managed to continue to be friends regardless of Monique not being around the group no more. So Monique was basically talking about her divorce and how life has been since that divorce and how she's now, in the healing era. She's now, trying to figure things out for herself and just focusing on herself and her kids. And they started talking about T'Challa, and how that was the bird of her life and it died, and now she got a whole nother bird in her life. Okay, Monique, now let me say this too. Why is it that people hate Monique so bad? Why? Because y'all love Phaedra. Y'all love Portia, but y'all hate Monique. I really want to know why y'all hate her so bad. Like, I understand that she got into a boxing match with Candace in season 5. I get that. And I get that she was fabricating some of the things that happened with said boxing match that she got into with Candace. I get that too. But Phaedra can lie about somebody against somebody. Portia can lie about the same damn thing, and y'all go up. But for whatever reason, y'all can't stand Monique. I don't know why. And when it comes down to Monique, a lot of folks do not like her. They don't want her back on this cast. I personally want to know why, because I don't understand. Like, what? I don't really think she's done that much to be hated the way that she is. Like, it's a whole lot of other housewives that I could think of that y'all could be hating on so bad. But Monique, I don't understand it. I just got to be 100 with you. I don't understand it for the life of me. I'm like, why do they hate this girl so much? Like, why they don't like her? Like, I don't understand why they don't like her. But I guess it just ain't for me to know. You know what I mean? Like, I guess it's just really not for me to know or understand. But I don't get it. But whatever. She don't bother me in the least bit with her coming back. Um, Let me see. So Ashley says, so what about the men? Like, do you have a man in your life at this moment? Like, what's going on with the menses and stuff? And so Monique said, no, there is no man. Like, I'm just, I'm just focusing on me. Like, I don't really have I don't have no reason to be going after no man and things like that. I'm just focusing on me. Sometimes when you go through a divorce and then you went through some traumatic shit within the divorce or things that happen in between time, sometimes when you divorce or when you break up from a long-term relationship, you just want some time to yourself. You want to let your coochie breathe or your dick breathe or whichever one you prefer. You want to let that breathe for a little while and just focus on you. Sometimes when you're single, you just want to do you. Like, and if you want to fuck somebody from time to time, you go ahead and do that. But just want to focus on yourself and get your healing together. So then the infamous fight with Candace happens. They talk about that. And she says that the reason why she went on this healing journey at this moment is because of the fight that happened with Candace. And she says that she never really realized that she had any childhood trauma up until she got into that fight with Candace. Now, let me tell y'all something. I like Monique. I always have liked Monique. But when it come down to this fight, I really honestly feel like Monique be blowing smoke up everybody's ass. And I really feel like Monique be on some bullshit when she be talking about this fight. Like, I just got to be honest with you. Childhood trauma is really not the reason why you got into that fight with Candace. You got into that fight with Candace because you want to whoop her motherfucking ass. That is the reason why you got into that fight. It ain't got nothing to do with no damn childhood trauma. You want to beat Candace's ass, and that's why you fucking did it. We're going to have to stop blaming that whole fight on some goddamn childhood trauma. You got into the fight because you wanted to be in a fight. That's just that. You was sick of Candace's shit. You was tired of her running her mouth. You felt like Candace was betraying you, so you want to pop off, and that's what you did. So I just feel like Monique just needs to own it. That's the only problem. And I feel like when I go back to what I said earlier, as far as I don't understand why people hate Monique so much, this may be the reason why they be giving her such a hard time, because she don't keep it honest. She's not keeping it real about this whole fight situation. She's never going to keep it real about it. She's going to package it with the whole childhood trauma thing, but it's not childhood trauma. It's because I want to fight that bitch, and that's why you did that. Because let's be real, when you was looking like a damn basketball by the stomach when you was pregnant, you told her you was gonna drag her. You told her that, and I believed every word that you said. So it's just like, yeah, girl, I like you and all, but I'm gonna need for you to stop it with the childhood trauma shit. I'm gonna need for you to stop it. We can't blame childhood trauma on every goddamn thing that we do. Like, I know that a lot of my mannerisms and the things that I got does contribute to my childhood trauma, like the way how defensive I could be, my attitude. That's a part of my childhood trauma. But I'm not gonna. I know that's a part of it, but that, whatever. But however, with this fight, it's not about childhood trauma. You just want to whoop that girl ass, and that's what you did. So it is what it is. Ashley then reveals that she did an apparel line with Giselle. And you already know what Monique's history is with Giselle. And she immediately turned her around and she was like, now, what would possess you to do an apparel line with Giselle of all people? Now, let's be clear, Monique. You talking to Ashley, the same motherfucker who can't dress her goddamn self. So I don't even know why you talking about what would possess her to do an apparel line with Giselle. It makes more sense for her to do an apparel line with Giselle because they both ain't got no style. They both don't know how to dress. They both be looking a mess when they do get dressed. So why are you surprised that she's doing a apparel line with somebody with the same tacky taste that she got? Wouldn't that make sense for her to do a apparel line with a motherfucker that don't have no fashion sense? Don't that make sense? You got to make it make sense. You got to make it make sense. Like, why are you surprised? Ashley, your friend, right? You should know her ass can't dress either. So what you mean? But anyway, so Ashley brought up Wendy, and Monique said, to be honest, I haven't seen nor talked to Wendy since I bidded a due from this group. I haven't talked to her in like 5 years. And then she says they started talking about Karen. She said, I talked to Karen before she got sentenced, and I'm going to be honest, I kind of already knew and kind of felt it in my spirit that Karen was going to go to jail. And then Ashley said, I think we all felt that way. And as shady as Ashley can be, I do agree with that. We already knew that what's her name, that Karen was gonna go to jail. We already knew that. There was no way that she was gonna get off on that. Like, you already had 3-4 DUIs before that, so they had to make an example out of your ass, and you had to take your ass to the slammer. I mean, that's just the truth of the matter. You had to take your ass to the goddamn slammer. So yeah, I'm glad to know that everybody knew that her ass was going to jail, because there was no way that she couldn't go. You know what I mean? Like, what you mean? So then, where we at? So then we get into Stacy. Now Ashley brings up Stacy, and Monique don't really know Stacy like that. And then Ashley was like, I can't wait to see how this is gonna go with, when Monique meets Stacy, because we already know that Stacy was talking to Chris Samuels. And I really want to see if Stacy is going to tell Monique when she meets her, because she's going to be in a group. I want to know if she's going to tell Monique that she had a thing with Chris, and that she's going to be honest about it when she sees Monique. But it's really none of my business. I'm not going to tell Monique anything right now. You know what I mean? So, but it's none of your business. But you ready to get the mess stirred up. You ready to get the shit going, Ashley. Nothing is ever your business, but you know what you want to do. You want to get the shit going, and that's just what it is. So, girl, please. You feel what I'm saying? Like, girl, please, you know exactly what the fuck you doing. But I'm not going to get involved. I'm not going to say nothing. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Of course it ain't got nothing to do with you, and you know it don't got nothing to do with you, but you're going to make it have something to do with you, ain't it? Girl, but my thing is, once again, why does Stacy need to even open up her damn mouth to Monique about this? They're not friends. Why we got to do that? But then again, if they're going to be in the same group, maybe Monique needs to know. Let's put it into this perspective. Remember on Basketball Wives, when Tammy first came into the group, and by the end of that season, she found out that Evelyn was fucking her husband. And she had been hanging around Tammy all this time, knowing that Kenny Anderson was married. Well, knowing that Kenny Anderson was her husband. And Tammy was sitting there with a cigarette, and she was like, there's not a mother on this planet that did not know that Kenny Anderson was married. And she popped off and slapped the shit out of her. So it's kind of like Tammy felt like I done came into this group. We getting to know each other, and all the while you've been fucking my husband, and I ain't even know you was one of the mistresses. So can we look at it like a Tammy and Evelyn situation, or can we look at it like I've been looking at it for the last couple of weeks? She don't owe Monique shit. Then ain't none of her friend. Yada yada yada. You know what I mean? So I guess everybody has a point, and it could go both ways. So I don't know, but I'm definitely gonna ask this question when we get on it. You know what I mean? When we get to the panel tonight. So then Ashley then invites Monique to Pride. And then when she invites Monique to Pride, it's kind of like Giselle's gonna be there. And then Monique said, I'm fine with that. And then Ashley was like, are you sure? She's like, yes, I'm fine with that. Like, I'm fine with Giselle being there. I know how to come and be a lady and not really show the fuck out. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Let me see. But Monique isn't married to him anymore, and Stacy isn't the mistress. I think y'all are missing my point on purpose, but I'm not gonna go back and forth with y'all in the comments. I'm not. I think y'all missing it because I'm aware that Stacy ain't the mistress, and I'm aware that Monique ain't married to him no more. I think y'all are missing it on purpose, and that's fine. I just gave y'all two different scenarios, and it don't matter if they married or not. It's just the fact that if we're gonna be in the same group, and you done dated my ex-husband and the father of my damn kids, and I don't even know you, and then I find, and we're around each other, I want to know. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, me personally, I still don't think that Stacy really owes Monique anything because they're not friends, and Monique ain't with Chris no more. But I can also see it from another standpoint where we're going to be in the same circle and we both got Chris in common, and that's my ex-husband and the father of my damn kids. So maybe I should know about that. Like, I'm just trying to look at it from different standpoints. You feel what I'm saying? I get it. The situation is not the same as Tammy and Evelyn's, but it is the same. The only thing that changes are the titles. That's the only thing that changes it, but it's still the same situation. But hey, it is what it is. I probably would have said it. You know what I mean? Because let me make this quick. Because once again, I be trying not to bring my shit into these reviews. So let me just go ahead and say this. My best friend, Ramon, for instance, we've been best friends now for 9 years or 10, one or the other. We dated the same guy. We both dated the same man. He was once engaged to that man. We both dated him probably around the same time. Like when he wasn't with him, I was with him. When I wasn't with him, he got back with him. We became friends. I told him that I used to date that man because I didn't know if he knew about me or not. But he already knew about me, and he didn't give a fuck. That's why we became friends in the first goddamn place. So I told him because I didn't feel right being, starting to become friends with him, knowing that we dated the same motherfucking man. You feel what I'm saying? And he used to be engaged to the fucking man. So I felt like he should know that I used to talk to him. But he knew. So it is what it is. But, that's the reason why I'm looking at it from both sides. But to each his own. Moving on. Wendy and Eddie. They're renovating their home. With what money? The money that they've been stealing. But they're renovating their new home, honey. And they're doing everything at one time. They're getting their stairs redone, getting their floors redone, getting every goddamn thing redone. So we find out that Wendy's father did not call her for her birthday. And she's feeling some type of way about him not calling her. And then there's this family text message and nobody really said nothing about it. And then we find out that her father lives in Nigeria and she ain't seen her father in like 20 years. And I was like, God damn, it's been that long since you seen your daddy? I think Wendy just turned 40 or 41 this year. So that means she ain't seen her daddy since she was like in her mid her early 20s, basically. Like from the beginning of her adulthood, that was the last time she seen her daddy. I'm just like, I can't. I ain't seen my mama since she came here for my book release in September, and I still feel like that's a long time. That's why I was sick as fuck when they told me I couldn't be out for Thanksgiving because I was going home, and I'm just like, I can't go home to my mama and get some peach cobbler and shit. Like I gotta be here by myself. Anyway, but she ain't seen her daddy in 20 years, and her stepfather, I think she said that her mother and father divorced when she was like 8 years old, and then not too long after that, her mother remarried, and her stepfather was the same, was like the best thing for her. Like he walked her down the aisle to Eddie, all of that different stuff. So he really stepped in. But then a couple of years ago, her stepfather passed. So now she really don't know how to feel about her father not reaching out to her and things like that. So we'll just have to go around and find out, if because I feel like this is like an opening for a whole nother storyline for Wendy. And I feel like she really hasn't had much personal story in a minute now. And I think that this is going to be us finding out a little bit more about Wendy. They're packing up for Happy Eddie, and then they talk about Stacy doing the cannabis line. Now I feel two ways about it. On one hand, it's like cannabis lines are not just exclusive to Happy Eddie. Okay. Anybody can have a damn cannabis line. If that's the case, I should get mad at every goddamn person that get their ass on here and do a YouTube channel. If that's the case, you feel what I'm saying? Like if that's what we're going to be mad about. But at the same time, Stacy, if you're going to do a cannabis line, why lie about it? Why pretend like you ain't going to do it? Then we find out this year that you're really doing it. Like that's the problem. The lies that you be telling really be getting you fucked up a lot. Because what's the point of you lying about it? You feel what I'm saying? That's the thing that I don't be getting nor understanding about that young lady, but it is what it is. She be lying too much for me. So we get into Stacy. She's doing like this photo shoot for her cannabis line by the name of Shayo, which is a Nigerian name, and it's happy. The meaning of it is happy. You get it? Happy Eddie cannabis line. Yeah. This is why it's coming across like you're single Nigerian female. You're crazy. It sounds like you are trying to do whatever Wendy does, and it's kind of weird, but okay. So Ashley calls and they talk about going to Jazzy's wedding. And then, they both were saying that they can only be at Jazzy's wedding for a couple of hours because they got to go back and be down for Pride. And, Stacy was like, yeah, I do understand it because I got to be there too. We're going to have so much fun at Pride. We're going to have so much fun at Pride. Now, let me tell y'all, for all of these years of my life, I had never been to a Pride before until I moved to Atlanta. Never been to a Pride before. Never been to a Pride. Jamar grabbed me by my leg and drugged me to Pride last year. I had only been in Atlanta for about 24 hours. I had only been here for 24 hours. Him, Dominique, Andario, we all went to Pride, and I had a great time. We went to Pride this year. Had a great time. So I love me some Pride now. I love me a Pride weekend. I'm just gonna be off of work at whichever job I'm at next year. When Pride weekend comes around, baby, I'm gonna be off. You ain't gonna see me, okay? You not gonna see me. I'm gonna be off, honey. Off for the Pride, okay? Off for the Pride. But however, I love me some Pride, y'all. Pride is always a good time. The food be good, the drinks be good. We need better performers, though. I do love to see, I don't really, Saucy Santana makes decent music, but I like it better when he performs it, but other than that, we need some better performers and shit like that. You feel what I mean? But Pride is always fun. It was a lot of fun. Even straight girls and shit like to go to Pride and things like that, honey. So Ashley then reacts to the name Shayo that Stacy got for her cannabis line. And to be quite honest, to be real, I do think that I know we don't like Ashley, but I do feel like her reaction was warranted. Girl, what are you doing? And why are you naming this shit this? And it's a whole Nigerian thing. It's a Nigerian word, and it stands and it means happy. You found out you got about a tenth of an ounce of a lick of a damn Nigerian in your damn body, and now you want to go and get a Nigerian name for your cannabis line, and it gotta be happy. It's like you are being weird as fuck, and you want to be like Wendy. It's giving single black female. I don't know what's wrong with Stacy. I don't know, and I'm probably gonna be the only one calling her out. Hey, Lyric, how are you? What are you doing on this live this time of day? You need to, shouldn't you? I thought you would be dancing somewhere by now. I thought you got a class today. But, I wasn't mad at Ashley's reaction, to be honest. I really wouldn't, because it's like, girl, what's wrong with you? What the hell wrong with your ass? Like, something wrong with Stacy. And y'all can't tell me that it ain't nothing wrong with her, because it is. It's definitely something wrong with that young lady. And I can't tell you what the fuck it is, but something wrong with her. God didn't twist her brain in tight enough or something, because something wrong with her. We're gonna go ahead and get into Angel. Now, Angel is the housewife that everybody wants to hate, right? She's the housewife that everybody wants to hate. Now, let me tell y'all, I don't hate Angel. I still don't dislike Angel. I'm still gonna give Angel a chance. I really don't think that Angel is that bad. I really don't think that she's that bad at all. I don't think she's that bad at all. But my thing about it is, she do be making it hard for herself when she acts a certain type of way. Like, she do make it hard on her own goddamn self, if you ask me. You feel what I'm saying? However, she meets up with her sister Ingrid, and come to find out that her sister is 12 years her senior. Now, wait a goddamn minute. How old is Angel? Because if Angel is in her late 30s like me, then that means that her sister is damn near 50. Looking like that. Her sister looks good. I gotta be honest. Her sister looks fucking good. And I actually enjoyed that scene between them two. I did. Angel is 36. Oh, she the same. Angel the same age as me? Oh, child. Oh, girls. These women on these shows be the same age as me, and I don't even be seeming like I'm their age. But okay, girl, But yeah, they sit down and they talk. They having some little ice cream and shit like that. And then they start discussing how I'm on this trip and I'm trying to have me a good time on this trip. And the next thing you know, Giselle brings up the fact that she felt like I was a catfish and I was this, and the pictures didn't look like me when they came out on the blog and all this other stuff. And then you got Wendy over there, he, ha, ha, he, ha, ha, and all that other shit over there at the table. And I'm just looking at Wendy like, bitch, what the fuck you laughing at? What the fuck you laughing at, bitch? Like, what the fuck's so funny? And so that's when Ingrid said, I've been to certain events with Giselle, and the way she filters that neck and then Miss Before and After, talking about Wendy, I ain't gonna lie, I hollered when she called Wendy Miss Before and After. I'm not gonna hold you. I hollered when that lady said that. That was funny as hell, because listen, Wendy does look better than how she did when she first came on here. Now, she got some good work done to herself. I ain't gonna sit up here and tell you no lies. But Angel, baby, you got to come to the front. Them pictures was giving catfish. They were giving catfish. And as much as it ain't a big fucking deal, because a lot of people use filters on pictures. Sometimes I use filters on goddamn pictures, so it really ain't that fucking deep. But my thing is, girl, goddamn well, them pictures was not looking like you. They wasn't. Just own that. You know what I mean? Like, if you put a little bit of filter on your pictures, ain't no really wrong with that. Everybody does it. Like, filters are to enhance your goddamn pictures. You feel what I'm saying? But my thing with Angel is, why don't you have this energy when you around these folks? You feel what I'm saying? Like, when you around these people, you be acting all timid. You be acting like, you scared to speak your mind, or you can't speak your mind. It's irritating when you do stuff like that. And I just need for you to have that same energy when, you say that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, when you gotta have that energy when you come out and you say what you say. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know, but maybe her sister should have had a damn flute, because her sister was giving the business. I was here for it. You know what I mean? But yeah, it is what it is. But I enjoyed that scene for the most part. Angel said, but when you rub me the wrong way, it's pretty much forever. Now I'm here for that now. Because one thing about me, when you rub me the wrong way, it's forever. I don't like you no more. Like you just do all kinds of shit. Like it's certain people that I can forgive. You know what I mean? Like it's certain people where, you know what, that was one moment in time. We can move past it. But then there's some people that I tried to forgive twice. And these NyQuil bottle back ass bitches always sit up here and give me a reason not to fucking like them. So, that be the thing with me. Like, I'm really not a mean person. I really be trying to give everybody they tens and they just dues. But people just tend to piss me the fuck off every chance they get. They do shit that piss me off. But then when I pop off, then they want to get mad. Like, and act like I'm wrong for getting mad. You feel what I'm saying? But, it is what it is. So then we get into Tia, and they talk about Lexi's out of control party that happened while she was gone for her birthday. Now, one thing about Tia, them scenes with her husband, and her children are always funny to me. They are always funny to me. And I think that these girls are nothing but Tia personified. Okay. Like, I don't know what, but it's just, it is what it is. Like, I just feel as though, I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like, these scenes are funny. Like, these are just old school housewife scenes. You feel what I mean? And it's just like, I enjoy Tia scenes. Like, I know it don't be much for us to really talk too much into or something like that. But I damn sure be feeling like it's funny as fuck. And it's needed for the balance of the show. With all the drama that's going on, Tia, her family, they're all funny. To be honest, I might be speaking way too far, but I can honestly see Tia and her family having a damn spinoff, a 30-minute length spinoff, because they funny. They're funny. I could see them having their own damn show. They funny as fuck to me. So Giselle is fighting with her stepmama in regards to her dad's stuff. And, she's headed to Atlanta to fight the case. And, she feels like her stepmother is a horrible person. And they wouldn't be going through this if her stepmother wasn't a horrible person. But she's going to get what's rightfully hers. And she's talking to Grace on the phone. And she said that Angel will be at the courthouse with her. We get into Kiana and Greg. Greg got a new house. It's a nice house. I can't say that. It's a nice ass house, And they're going to therapy. But they seem like they're on a better note. But I don't know if they're faking a funk. I don't know if they're faking the funk, because it did kind of seem like Kiana was laying it on thick, and it did seem like Greg was laying it on thick. But you could tell that Greg is a daddy, that they're working hard for what he got. That's what he gives off or whatever. But yeah, I feel like they're doing a lot to prove something to us on TV, because, Greg don't want to be on this show. And he's made that shit pretty obvious since he's been on this show with Kiana. And I just feel like Kiana deserves better than Greg. And listen, don't stone me for saying this, but I personally don't think that Greg is an ugly man. I think he's more of a daddy type of man. I don't think he's ugly, because I probably would have talked to him too, honestly. Like, I ain't gonna sit up here and act like I wouldn't have. I probably would have talked to him too, because I don't think he's an ugly man. I know a lot of people find him to be unattractive. I don't think he's unattractive. I don't think that he is like the type of attractive that most of us would want, like the ideal. But in the same breath, he's not unattractive. I don't think he's ugly, but I think his attitude is. And I think that's what a lot of us mean when we say that Kiana deserves better, because she do. He don't really act like he likes her that much. And I think that's a big issue for me, is that he acts like he don't like her, and he don't give her the respect that, she deserves, in a sense, in my opinion. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I believe. But they're laying it on thick right now, and I guess that's it. Stacy and Wendy, they meet up. They talk about Jazzy's wedding and how they're all going to be there to support Jazzy and things like that. So they ask, is Ashley singing for Pride? And Wendy says that those folks deserve better than Ashley singing Pride. And I 100% agree. Ashley don't need to sing for nobody. She don't need to sing at Pride. She don't need to sing at the church. No bar mitzvahs, no weddings, not even to her children when they go to sleep at night. She just don't need to sing. Wendy then reacts to the Shayo name. Wendy is weirded out by that name, and she feels like Stacy's a copycat. And once again, I ain't really mad at the reaction because Stacy is giving not kitty cat. Stacy is giving copycat, and Stacy's also giving weird as fuck. That's what she's giving, and I don't give a fuck. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's what she giving. She giving weird ass shit, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's just comical. And I know that a lot of y'all like Stacy, so I know y'all ain't gonna call her out and keep her on her toes, you know, because that's what y'all be doing sometimes. But baby, Stacy is doing too much for me. It's becoming weird. It's kind of funny at the same time, but it's weird too. Giselle is in Atlanta with Angel, her daughter. They're in court. She thinks that they're winning. That's pretty much the end of it. Jazzy's wedding is a quick montage. Jazzy look good. Her husband look kind of good. You know, the women look really good. Jazzy ain't getting no damn flu. They didn't even bother to show us the whole fucking wedding. But yeah, Jazzy, you got your little fun. You got your little montage of your wedding. You know, go right ahead. Love you. So let's get into Pride. Now, Tia thinks that Ashley looks good as a man, and that Ashley could get it as a man. And I must say that Ashley do look good as a man. She do kind of look good as a man. I ain't saying she get me aroused as a man, but she do look good as a man. Okay. So then she gives them shirts, right? Ashley gives all the women shirts. She says, Angel is Oliver her tits. Wendy is degrees these nuts. Stacy is liquor hosing. Tia is proper puss popper. Giselle is serving jizz. Kiana is the calm injector. Okay. Then Monique arrives. She comes in, she gives everybody hugs. At first, she don't say nothing to Giselle, but Giselle gives her a hug. And then Giselle says that she's interested in getting to know Monique post-divorce. She says that, you know, Monique has been one person that's been on her mind for the last couple of years. And she feels like that the person that she met is really not a genuine representation of the person that Monique really is. So she wants to try and get to know this Monique right here. So then Wendy says that she never really got to know Monique. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had one great conversation when they was on a trip together, but otherwise, all that the next time she saw her, it was a bunch of craziness. So therefore, she didn't never get a chance to get to know Monique. But in my opinion, Wendy, you chose not to get to know Monique. You chose not to. Like, you picked the side. You know, all of y'all turned on that girl because she fought Candace. And at the same point in time, I do think that she needed to take accountability, as I called her out for her lack of accountability. But I don't think that everybody had to turn on her the way that they did. But at the end of the day, I feel like this. What's the difference now? Because why y'all want to get to know her now? Because is it because Candace ain't here? And I know the Candace fans finna come up in here and just be, you know, anti-Monique and all this other stuff, and that's absolutely fine. But my thing is this. If the stand was, we're turning on Monique because she attacked Candace, she still attacked the damn girl. So why y'all want to get to know her now? What's the difference? What's the difference? And Candace was not Wendy's friend for real. Candace brought her into the show, yeah, but that ain't her damn friend. That wasn't her friend like that during that time. So it is what it is. Candace was her friend. Candace brought her in. She saw Monique treating Candace horrible all season, and then she watched that woman attack her friend. I ain't giving her no chance. Okay, so why is she giving her a chance now? Why is she giving her a chance now then? I'm sorry, but why is she giving her a chance now then? If that's the case. If that was her real friend, her friend for real, like everybody want to make it out to be, then why is she giving her a chance now? Why is she opening up to being cool with Monique now? Because here's the thing. If Candace was my friend, and again, your point really ain't no bad point, because I don't really disagree with what you're saying. But my thing is, why is she cool with getting to know Monique now that they're friends. It doesn't, see, here we go with the bullshit because it's years later. No, fuck that. If that was my friend and you know what I'm saying, they fought, she treated her differently, my friend, and all this other stuff. If my stance back then was, I'm not fucking with her because she attacked you, I'm not fucking with her because I don't like the way she treated you, 5 years later, it's gonna stay the same damn way. My stance is not gonna change. You know, you disrespected my friend. You put my friend in this position where she damn near wanted to off herself because of this, all the stuff that happened in the media due to you. So 5 years later, now I want to be cool with you and all this other stuff. So I'm just trying to understand what's so different. If that's gonna be your stance, let that be your stance. So that pretty much means that Wendy doesn't stand on what she believes in. You feel what I'm saying? Because she didn't want shit to do with Monique at that moment. So why do you want something to do with her now? Now we got beef until y'all work it out, or maybe even longer afterwards, if that's my friend. And see, here's the thing. I ain't even saying that you got a beef with this person just because they fought your friend. That ain't even what I'm saying. You ain't got to take on your friend's beef. But if your stance is, I'm not really sure if I can rock with you because y'all fought, I don't like the way you treated my friend, whatever. You feel what I'm saying? If that's gonna be your stance, then let that be your stance. But if they haven't even had no conversation, they ain't talked about nothing, then I'm not finna be making no, I ain't finna make no attempts to do anything. I can be cordial or whatever, but being like buddy and being friends and stuff like that, I'm not really certain about that up until that. And y'all can sit up here and call for Lyric to protect y'all all the hell y'all want to, because guess what? Lyric cannot protect y'all. He can't even protect himself against me. So how the hell he gonna protect y'all? Lyric is the wrong person to use as y'all security guard. He can't even protect himself from me. So how the hell he gonna protect y'all in the comments? He need to learn how to protect himself than anything. You feel what I'm saying? So please. I mean, she greeted her and she kept it cordial. It's not like she was going out of her way to be up under Monique. That ain't what I said, Prophet. But I'm gonna let y'all have it. I'm not gonna go back and forth about it. I'm gonna let y'all have it because I said what I said. Let me see. Where we at? Monique is Dr. Dulot or whatever. I don't know. And then that's when Kiana and let me see. Let me see. Let me see. But then people would still come for Wendy for holding a grudge with Monique. Mind you, Candace and Wendy are not best friends necessarily. It's given who said Wendy trying to be buddy. I didn't say she was, but once again, y'all hear what the fuck y'all want to hear. See, here's the thing. Y'all won't, when it come down to Wendy, can't nobody say nothing about Wendy. I'm just calling it as I saw it. All them girls turn. I'm gonna say this one last time, and I'm gonna be done with this. Because when this fight and shit come up, y'all lose all type of sense. When that fight happened, when all them girls turned on Monique, and they expected Karen to do the same damn thing, and Ashley to do the same damn thing. When number one, Ashley and Candace don't even like each other. Ashley was actually cool with Monique. Karen was cool with both Monique and fucking Candace, but they wanted her to turn on her. You feel what I'm saying? So all of them chose Candace's side, which is their prerogative. But my whole thing is, y'all are now wanting to get to know her now that she's coming back into the group. Like, ain't nobody saying they're being buddy with Monique. Ain't nobody saying none of that. But, you know, from what I've heard, Monique and Wendy become real cool and shit. So it's just like, what do you mean? Like, you didn't want to be cool with her back then. She still attacked Candace. Candace still don't fuck with her. So why you fucking with her now? That's all I'm saying. It's not that. Why can't people get to a point to where they want to move forward on their own? Didn't say they couldn't, but people want to challenge me about the fact that Wendy had every right not to fuck with Candace. I mean, Wendy had every right not to fuck with Monique. You know, they want to challenge me with that. So I'm challenging them with, okay, what's so different? She still put her hands on Candace and you still cool with her now. So what's the difference? That's all I'm saying. I'm not against them moving on. I'm not against them moving forward. But if you're going to sit up here and tell me that they had every right not to fuck with her, then why are we fucking with her now? Candace still don't fuck with that girl. Candace still don't like that girl. Why are we fucking with each other? If it's all about how she was treated and how she had her hands put on her. That's all I'm saying. This whole live, I've been looking at things from two different angles. Let me see. I love Candace, but keep it real. She called for that dragon when Monique was pregnant at Katie's farm. Child, I ain't finna go back down that road. I promise you. I'm not. So much for lyric protecting, y'all. That's all I was saying. If it wasn't cool then why is it cool now? However, Kiana brought up the fact that Stacy doesn't know Monique, and that's when Giselle brought up the fact that Stacy was dating Chris Samuels. And that was the end of the episode, basically. So now we're going to get into this whole Stacy, Monique, Candace thing, which I don't, not Candace, Chris thing, which I don't know why we're going back down this road. I really don't know why. I don't know why we're going back down this road at all. I don't know why we give a fuck about them being, about Stacy, and I just don't know. But we're going to see how it goes. But it's said to be continued. The season is good, though. No lies, no harm, no foul. The season is good. I'm enjoying it this season. I think that I think it's going to turn out to be a very good season. So, you know, it is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? So we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. Now, make sure you guys pick up my book, which is called That's Why You're Lonely. Okay. It is now available on Amazon and Kindle Books. So be sure to pick it up. I have 8 more pre-sale books to send out, y'all. So the people that's getting their books now are the people that ordered late in the game. Okay. These are the people that ordered late in the game. People like Ravine, people like Andrea, people like the Jail Slayer, you know, them folks that's been waiting all this time for their book. Now y'all about to get y'all books now. Okay. Now y'all about to get y'all books now. Okay. So just be on the lookout for that. Stay tuned for the shorts. Every time I go to the post, I told y'all I was going to be probably done sending these books out by the end of the month. I told y'all that. But be sure to stay tuned for the shorts. Whenever I let the people know that the books are on the way, be sure to let it be known. Be sure to catch up with the shorts and see where the book is going. Now, there is one person's book that I got that I tried to send off and their address do not work. And I need to call out their name. Hopefully and I don't even have an email for them. And if I don't hear from them soon, I'm just going to refund them. But if your name is Stephanie and you watch me and you're from Nashville, Tennessee, your book is literally in my hand right now. I tried to send it off to the post office and they wouldn't allow me to send it because they said the address don't work. So if your name is Stephanie and your last name is starts with an R, and you live in Nashville, Tennessee, you need to hit me up right now. I looked through my PayPal list and I don't see an email address for you or anything like that. So I don't know how I can contact you at all. So if you're watching this right now, please email me so I can get this, so we can talk about getting this book to you. I need a working address because this address does not work. And if I don't hear from you by the time I mail off this last book, I'm just going to refund you. Okay. So if your name is Stephanie R from Nashville, Tennessee, please hit me up via email so I can figure out where to send this book because the address does not work. But with that being said, you guys, your boys up out of here. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, y'all, your boys up out of here, and I will see you guys tonight for the Whether You Like It or Not panel.
Things I wanna do to you, all the love you try to hide, deep in between those thighs. Ain't too proud to beg for what I want, ain't too proud to beg for what I need. If it's good loving that you want, you can give